thousands of people have been evacuated from homes and hotels on the island of Rhodes. It's after wildfires engulfed large parts of the island. The Greek fire service on the island even warning that that situation could get worse due to the weather. They issued an official apology to visitors. More than 3,500 people have been evacuated by land and sea to safety. Another 1,200 set to be evacuated from 3 towns. No injuries significantly reported, though. The island has been battling wildfires fanned by strong winds since Tuesday, as Europe at large, many parts of the continent, dealing with challenging heat wave here. In this case, 5 helicopters, some 173 firefighters operating in the area, again, a small Greek island. We're joined by Pavlos Kapantais. He's a journalist coming to us from Greece. Thanks for being with us, Pavlos. We're all, so nearby in Israel watching this situation closely. So, look, what can you tell us about the latest on the rescue efforts, the firefighting efforts in Rhodes?
The rescue efforts and the firefighting efforts are made significantly harder by the climate conditions, which is like really the big story of these past few days. We have a heat wave that started fires because humidity went down everywhere in Greece. And then before the fires went out, we have another heat wave. I'm speaking to you right now. It's 43 degrees Celsius outside. And this is the situation also in Rhodes. There's like extremely high winds. Combined with that, there's actually French firefighters that have been dispatched from Athens to fly all the way to Rhodes to help with the rescue efforts as well. But right now, due to the fire, like fires in Attica are starting up again in the Mandra region that was touched in the past few days. So some of the efforts will have to go to Attica again. And we will have a third heat wave coming next week. While we're not sure if the fires will be extinguished by then, the situation is a bit like an apocalyptic end of the world movie, if I may, and the images look like that as well, as you can see.
Right. No, it's horrifying. You mentioned no real room for optimism here. That things will get better next week. Not necessarily. Look, how widespread of an issue, though? In Greece in particular.
Look, it's actually going to get worse because we had a very so during spring we had an almost tropical type of weather. It was raining all the time with high temperatures. So the earth had more humidity than it usually does. Right now, as of yesterday, humidity is overall down at 14%. Wow. And as the heat wave continues, this is bound to go down even more. So fires can start and restart so much more easily because of the situation. There's actually there's climatologists that speak of the possible desertification of Athens if this keeps going on for a few years.
That's a staggering prospect, but I know nothing to laugh at all. Look, in general, this summer, I mean, this is standing out. I mean, I know there's always, heat waves. We have some fires in Greece too. This happens all the time. But the general climate right now, this heat mixed with the fires, it's the summertime. Does this stand out from anything in your recent memory?
Yeah, it does. There was first of all, the biggest heat wave to hit Greece was in 1987, and provisions were saying that this is going to go above that. As a journalist, I've been covering wildfires since 2009. What's really, really unique is a heat wave that comes, and then the next heat wave comes a few days later. This is really what's different this time around. Usually what happens is you have a heat wave, then the big fires start, like it was the case in 2021 with the Evia fires in the island of Evia. But now, again, as I was saying, the fires are not extinguished yet, and the next heat wave is already upon us. So this is like a nightmare scenario. It really is. If you went to create what's a perfect storm, if you will, for all of Greece to burn down, that would probably be the scenario that most meteorologists would tell you: continuing heat waves with very high winds and new fires starting before the results of the previous heat wave are finished. So it's
grim.
It's really sad.
It is. It's a grim situation. Pavlos, thanks for helping us better understand what we're looking at there. And of course, we're, wishing for you all to stay safe and healthy out there. And of course, international aid, if that becomes the next phases here. But Pavlos, thanks for the updates.
Thank you.